Hey everyone, welcome back to the RPGames YouTube channel. My name is Ralph, this is Pathfinder Kingmaker. We're doing kingdom management again. Here we are. I still need to unlock this this new stat, and I'm really wondering how can I get this arcane above 30. I think that's what is needed to unlock it. That, or I need to bring relations up to 3. That's also a possibility. And for relations, who do I need for relations? Is that Lindsay? Might be I need to send out Lindsay to some tasks. Hopefully we'll find some. In the meanwhile, our community has reached 5. An opportunity has been wasted because we either... I think this is because we don't have the Arcane Advisor yet. So that's a pity. The Herbalists, the Advisor bargained such a sophisticated and mutually beneficial deal that the news spread like fire. More fortune hunters have already arrived, seeking their fortune and bringing profit to the treasury. Very good, Jubilost. Economy +7. What? Wow, our economy is running wild with the stats. And then relations +2. Okay, so we reached 41 now. Okay, that's very good. So hopefully this will trigger an event where I can add another... well, first an upgrade, I guess, of relations, and then... hopefully the Arcane Advisor. The devastating raids have been solved. The Baroness troops located the slavers' camp and our soldiers destroyed the evildoers and freed the slaves. Military +4. Livestock debts have been taken care of as well. The prayers of the high priest were answered and all the sick animals fell dead in an instant. After grieving for a while, the peasants agreed that this was the only way to stop the disease from spreading. Yeah, that's a rather modern approach that is used in our current day times as well. Like if there is an animal sick, just kill all of them and that will stop the disease from spreading. Well, maybe I shouldn't dwell on that too much. You know. Divine +3. There we go. Then we have... oh, yes, here it is. The Grand Diplomat wants to talk. So we can upgrade relations. That is very good. Let's take a look at the activities or the problems. A bulk of hulking undead creatures was seen in the region. The locals are terrified of the dark of night and of strange sounds they hear coming from the shadows. Harem or Amiri, okay. What is the next one? The next one is Lindsay. The general wants to talk. My goblin acquaintance is causing a ruckus in the castle, which is a problem, yes. This Nok Nok character is hilarious. And the high priest wants... so we can rank up 3 things, apparently. Alright, let's send Amiri to deal with the undead sightings. There we go. Another, 28 days even. Do I really want to lose Amiri for 28 days? Shouldn't I put Harem there for that period of time? Although if we're gonna rank up... it might not matter that much, actually. Yeah, if we're gonna rank up, it doesn't matter that much. Let's put Amiri and start the event. And then, let me quickly take a look at what is left here. Not very much. We're doing quite quite well. For all of these, we need the Arcane Advisor, by the way. Or for most of them, at least. And this requires 100 BP. Okay, so we could put Harem. Immunity to poison. Yeah, we could do that, actually. I'm sure I'll find some more stuff to sell to get some more BP. Let's do that. And then we are pretty much done for a moment. Now it's time for a whole bunch of audiences. Looks like there is like a pumpkin on Lindsay's head. Or there is a pumpkin instead of Lindsay's head, looking from it from this angle. Lindsay broods upon the letter she's holding in her hands. I received this today, an official letter from Rasmuran with a trade proposal. It seems the barony has grown large enough to excite curiosity even in odd corners of the River Kingdoms. It's just that I don't think Rasmuran would make the best ally. Since their self-proclaimed god, Rasmir, rules there, tyranny has flourished across the country. And they think little of their neighbors, they just occupy any lands they can. If I were you, I would politely decline their trade agreement. Who knows, maybe it's a trick, although the terms seem profitable. Tell me about Rasmir. He's a quirky fellow. He took over a kingdom and persuaded all the locals that he's a living god. He installed his henchmen in all key positions and now rules as he pleases, oppressing the population. Now this may be a viable approach to ruling a kingdom, actually. I have henchmen in positions of power too, although they don't always listen, but... So all that's left for me to do is actually proclaim myself a living god. And who would deny me being a living god with a beard like that? I mean, look at the beard. It's of Zeus proportions. Did he have a beard, actually? Now watch Zeus being completely clean-shaven and bald. Yeah, that's how much I know. Anyway, the more I think about it, the less I like the idea of dealing with him. He has repeatedly expanded the territory of his own kingdom by occupying his neighbors. Such an attitude towards other countries is seriously worrying. Okay. Reject the proposal. Truth be told, I'm glad. I wouldn't feel good about dealing with a rascal like Rasmir. We'll see what kind of impact that choice will have. Here's my buddy Harem. Listen, Grenn Blackforge. Listen, divine leader. Zeus-like, god-like creature Blackforge. I wish to give you some advice. Find another advisor who can deal with affairs of magic. Yes! There we go. That's what I've been waiting for. The barony will struggle without a Magister. It's dangerous to leave such important issues unattended. Thank you, Harem. Before you appoint someone to this position, I will take upon myself this final case involving wizards and other spellcasters. A group of Nettis priests have arrived at your court to propose an amazing thing, founding a library of magic here in the capital. Your barony would gain a valuable store of knowledge that would otherwise fade into darkness. I believe this deed is worthy of you and your barony. Yes. I would love that building. However, I think I don't have 100 BP left, so I really need to make sure I've been kind of swimming in BP because of some large amounts of gold that I just transferred into BP, but I'm running low now, and I think by accepting this choice, I'm gonna go negative on the BP tracker. I'm gonna do it anyway, but this might result in the kingdom being unstable for a while. Not sure. We shall build this library of magic. It will spur the development of mystical arts. There we go. I will immediately pass this news to the priests of Nettis. Okay. There has been an accident, Grenn Blackforge. A border patrol got buried under an avalanche in the Eastern Mountains. They're trapped and they won't survive. Some of our other soldiers want to go rescue their friends, but the mountains are still angry. The earth is rumbling and the stones are moving. I can hear it even from here. Military -3. We Callets appreciate a helping hand, but when the mountains are angry, you should flee. When someone finds bad luck in the mountains, they cannot be saved. They belong to the spirits. Mess with the mountains and you'll die. Unless you want to bury your whole army under new avalanches, just forbid the rescue mission. Yeah, I don't really want to leave my men behind. What kind of a signal does that give? But if I don't agree with Emiri here, I hope she's not gonna be too pissed off. We don't leave our men behind. Let them climb into the angry mountains if they're so brave. Only fools challenge mountains. This is a dumb lesson to teach, Chief. So loyalty +3, military -6. Ouch, that hurts. But you know, like, I'm a dwarf, as if I'm gonna leave... Well, actually, maybe their soldiers are of course not dwarves, but, you know. I've been taught from a wee lad that we don't leave our brethren behind, so there you go. Your Grace, the goblin, the one you found, has asked to see you. He claims you are in need of training. I think he's rather in need of a bot. Several. I'll hear what he has to say. Send him in. Look at him. What's up, Nok Nok? Nok Nok strides in as best as his short legs can manage. Then his gait slows, then stops as he takes in the throne room. His eyes and ears swivel independently, as if trying to take every direction in at once. After scanning the area around him, he looks upward and squints, as if uncertain if there is a ceiling above him or not. He stands still, swaying slightly, eye fixed on the ceiling. Others in the throne room are disdainfully silent. Some wrinkle their nose. Take a step back, excuse me. Some of the guards' hands fall to the hilt of their blades. Hey, come on, this is a companion, don't kill him. Nok Nok's head snaps down, then seeing you, he gives a sickle grin, his eyes gleaming. Sidekick almost didn't see among all Longshanks. He frowns at your throne, then cocks his head, confused. Why in my chair? Oh, Nok Nok, you're getting killed. There is a light chuckle from someone in the room, quickly silenced. Took a while to find way here, but now here to take rightful place by be a hero and show you how to be a hero. I can help. Like before, side by side, big hero and not big hero. You need it. How can you help? Actually, Your Grace, if you're accepting assistance from this Nok Nok, If this Nok Nok truly wishes to be of help and is one goblins might listen to... What? There have been sightings of goblins near Oleg's, possibly dispossessed by our recent encounter. If Nok Nok truly wishes to be of help and is one goblins might listen... Oh, and is one goblins might listen to. Okay, okay. Whew! English. Massacre. Chop them all up except those who run fast. New tribe probably have very long legs. Very hard to catch. But not for me. I can round them up. But unless they were still being chased, it's not like them to keep moving. Tires won out. They better stay in the capital like Nok Nok, even if it smell bad here. Ah, yes, Oleg has sent word of these goblins via courier, but he has been reluctant to leave in case they raid the post in his absence. Apparently, they've been quite diligent in trying to raid his storeroom. If your goblin ally could deal with them... Very well, we'll travel to Oleg soon. Do we go now? It may be wise if I shepherd you. As you command, as a hero will go, lead to post, Nok Nok follow. Oh man. Please, Nok Nok, try sitting in my chair for once. Just try it. Greetings, Your Grace. I've come to applaud the success of your rule. These wild lands grow more and more civilized, and my workshop thrives. I can obtain high-quality raw materials for my creations. I'd like to present you with one of my latest creations. It's the embodiment of things I have oft spoken. Okay. And that's it. Right, so now we need to appoint our ruler, not our ruler, our advisor. The Grand Diplomat, Relations +1, okay. Military 95, okay, we need to get that back up over 100 actually. The High Priest, Divine +1, Military +1. We've spoken to Nok Nok, that's fine. Advisor, let's see who we have. We can put Octavia is a believer in the free and unrestricted use of magic. The storyteller is cautious and favors decisions that satisfy the interest of everyone involved. Okay, so let's see, the curator. Who can we place as a curator instead of the storyteller? Huh. So I guess it's better to put Octavia there. However, I'm a bit worried, to say the least. But she has a +5, so let's appoint her the Magister. And then we'll see how that goes. So, where do we have people? We have Tristian occupied for 2 days and Amiri occupied, and I think we also have yeah, we also have Harem occupied. Alright. Economy, there's a bunch of new things. Right, so trade agreement. Oh, we're still stable despite being on -2 BP. Okay. Well, we're gonna get 47 per week, so that should not be a gigantic issue. Patax, okay. Improved diplomacy, +3 BP each time the Grand Diplomat is successfully resolves a situation. Okay, that's interesting. Then a trade agreement with Gald. Speculations allow for the cunning and experienced to turn a profit even during times of strife. Brings in up to 2 BP per week at times of unrest. The worse the unrest, the more BP this agreement provides. Yeah, but I've been stable pretty much the whole campaign, so this does not make a lot of sense. And then a trade agreement with Gralton. By abolishing all trade tariffs on imported goods from Gralton, we will forego all immediate profits. However, this will provide a solid foundation for stable long-term growth +5 to economy. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. If there's really nothing else to do with my BP, then I will consider that one. So, we have the Councilor. Yeah, the Councilor is kind of busy right now. We have the Treasurer. He's available. The Grand Diplomat. The High Priest is busy. And we have the General. Okay. Right. Transition of power, Arcane. The High Priest is assisting the Magister in arcane matters, while active event resolutions uses 10 instead of the sum of the Magister's ability bonus plus the bonus from the Arcane stat rank. Transition of power, Arcane will end upon reaching Arcane rank 3. Alright. So, what we need to do is we still have a whole bunch of loose quests here and there that I would like to take care of. So let's start doing that. We have Oleg's trading post, so that's where we want to go to. But where was the Technic League? Oh, it's over there. Oh boy, that's a long way from where I wanted to go, actually. But yeah, I took. I'm taking a bit of a experimental party here with Octavia and Regongar because I wanted to go to the Technic League Hideout. We are going to go to Oleg's first to deal with those goblins. Now the thing is that while underway there, let's see, the South Gnarl Marches. Where is our village in the South Gnarl Marches? Okay, so we have to go to Tarkandor. And I think to Gorix. Is that yeah, I think so. To quickly check in with some of our artisans. So let's do that on the way up to Oleg's trading post. Let's see, who is it that's here? Dragon. We don't need
all
Dragon.
According to plan.
We need Shania, yes, because we have some information about an ancestor. I am pleased to see you again, O worthy one. What brings you to me? The storyteller told me that your ancestor was a hero. However, he does not know where to seek the monster's heart. Let's lie, you know. Perhaps I was wrong. The perfect human has sent the storyteller to remind us all of the great purpose that we have each been given. I must not leave for Vudra to seek the shards of the heart of Kotogas. I must follow my chosen path. I shall recount to you a tale that is well suited to the occasion. Here we go again. Maharaja Kibin Salt etched his glorious name in history when he conquered the kingdoms of the genies. He spied on the descendants of the goddess Yanasini, the Garuda, and saw how they charmed snakes by playing their flutes. Through these secrets, he discovered a way to charm and bind the genie to his will. Interesting. Gibbon Salt openly declared his new mastery for all to hear, and in doing so insulted their race. Emissaries from the Vizier of the Genie, the Genie of Air, came to demand an apology from the wizard, only to be turned into slaves and their bodies bound in chains. Do genie actually have a physical body? I thought they were supposed to be, I don't know, some smoke coming from a lamp, no? It was then that the Malik of the Fire Jinn, known as the Ifrit, sent his assassins. They hid in a cloud of dust and approached as the mage was sleeping. But they did not know that the wise man had taught his servants his techniques. While he slept, his servants captured the assassins. The Pasha of the Shaitans, also known as the Earth Genie, sent his finest warrior Turmir, the destroyer of palaces. By his command, Gibbon Salt's palace fell and turned to rubble. The cunning wizard foresaw this, however, and fled to the island of Jalmarai. Turmir chased after him, forgetting that the waters of the ocean could not hold his heavy flesh. As he began to drown, Gibbon Salt sent ships to save him, but only after Turmir swore to serve him. As compensation for the palace he destroyed, the genie was commanded to build the pure temple of the Maharaja, which was 100 times more beautiful than the one he destroyed. Trust me, for I have seen this temple with my very eyes. One of the royal merits, the genies of water came to free his brethren from captivity. Of all the genies, he was the wisest. For 3 days, Gibbon Salt competed with the genie in the art of poetry. At the end of the 3rd night, Gibbon Salt was so exhausted that he was about to take a ceremonial dagger to open his own veins. The genie, however, was first to admit defeat and entered a copper vessel which the wizard then sealed. It was thus that history came to know the Maharaja as the great conqueror of the genies. And I gained 600 experience just for listening. Let's get the hell out of here before we have to listen for another 3 hours. So that is one thing dealt with. Let's head to Gorix. Right, who do we need here? Do we need Chemo? I doubt it, but not quite sure. Yeah. Clearly not. I think we need Sharel, but is Sharel here? That is the question. That is not Sharel. Guard, trader, chemo, priest. Oh, there is Sharel. Walked right past him. Instead of saying something, he just watched me walk past him. Oh, it's you. Please accept my gratitude for the workshop. The house is beautiful, the neighbors are wonderful, and everyone is so kind and friendly. I'm flooded with orders. And to think I could still be rotting away in jail for a false accusation. What did you want to tell me? I beg your forgiveness, Your Grace, for making you come all the way to our distant region. There are too many guards in the palace that were chasing me recently. The thing is, I think I know who wrongfully accused me. There's a tailor in the capital. His name is Morhalan. He has the reputation of a brilliant master, so I wanted to become his apprentice. But when I went to his workshop, In his workshop I saw things which alarmed me very much. Vests, shoes, gloves, all made from reptile skin. But the pattern was distinct. I've only seen the pattern on lizard folk, intelligent beings who also live in the stolen lands as far as I know. I tried asking Morhalan about it, but he threw me out into the cold. When I tried to start my own business and open a shop, I was literally driven out of the capital. You'll hardly take my word for it, but it's true. A master tailor in the capital is butchering lizard folk to make clothes from their skins. I'm no tracker, I can't go hunting down Morhalan's poachers. But you could. Like I'm a tracker? Well, I'm a druid, so yeah, you got a point there, Cheryl. If only you could find those murderers in the marshes and bring some evidence, the guards will take this seriously. And will rid the capital of great evil. Alright, I'll track down the hunters. I'd like to know more about you. What would you like to know? Where are you from? I come from Erages. It's a small fishing town in Keonan. That's the place where the elves send my kind into exile. The exile for half-breeds. My father is a fisherman and a smuggler. He served as a steersmate on an Andorran warship until he met my mother and settled down. My mother is a net weaver. There's an art to weaving a fishing net. And my mother is simply the best at it. She taught me to tie knots and weave patterns. How did you become a tailor? I started when I entered Erages Academy. I wasn't much into archaeology, but you don't have many options in Erages. It's either the academy or a fishing business. That was when I realized that an ancient elven ornament can spruce up any object at all. I realized that using this sort of design made anything I sewed exquisite, quite popular. A couple of months later, half the student body was wearing my vests and capes. I'd finally found my passion. Then I left in search for better opportunities. You blush all the time. Me? Oh, yes indeed. I beg your pardon, your grace. I'm not used to chatting with the ruler of a barony himself. Before I met you, I'd always thought that rulers never talk to ordinary people. You're different. Yes. I bluntly point out that you're blushing. That's how I'm different. Right, so we got another task to take care of. The idea was to make the list shorter, not longer, but you know. So now we're gonna travel all the way up to Oleg to deal with some goblins. Right, let's see what's happening at Oleg's. Quite curious. To see if this place is being overrun by goblins. Oh, there are a whole bunch of them. Where is Oleg himself? He's no longer here? Oh, they've actually taken over. Right. You stumble across an ugly scene, a ragged pile of goblins. They're hiccuping violently, laughing, then hiccuping again. The air is so thick with alcohol fumes. Flies lie dead in the dirt, and an odd vinegar smell as well. It appears the goblins have gotten into Oleg's stock and drank deep of its contents. Barrels lie in splinters around the area, not a single one intact. Nok Nok surveils this goblin pile, then glances at you with a shrug. No problem here, normal day for tribe. Would be worse if holiday. Huh, I'd love a festival like that. Think these guys wouldn't even mind if I fried their friends a little. Is this your tribe? Yes. They've marked this as home. It will be hard to make them leave this home though. It's much smaller than the capital. Capital would have more room for them, not have to lie in pile, could be lying down drunk everywhere. You, runny longlegs, why did you stop running? Why make home here? The goblin lifts his head slightly, his tiny eyes blearily red. His legs are indeed long and folded back, almost like a grasshopper. Kept getting chased, no place to settle down, got hungry, then caught. Then we sent here, and now... Caught by who? Big Shanks, bigger than you. Fatter, smelled better. Smelled better, excuse me? You have an issue with my dwarven cologne while you lie here drunk and in your own piss? Ugh, goblins. Big Club was eating sheep. We tried to share his sheep with us by taking one, small one, in the night while he snore. But we not ask first, so he got mad. After eating half of us, he gets so full he ready to trade. We say if we find him something to wash other goblins down with because they still squirming in his gut, he let us go. We knew a place here at Post, but had to sample kegs to be sure. Make them leave, or I'll do it myself. Listen, Nok Nok big hero, you do what Nok Nok say, but... Tell me where Big Shanks now, where he expect you back. Did Big Shanks follow you? There he is. At that moment, there is another waft of foul air and his shadow falls on the ground. All the goblins in the pile lift their heads at the new arrival, a towering hill giant with mismatched coveralls, a necklace of hands and skulls, and a makeshift club composed of several timbers tied together with rope. He looks very, very angry, not just at the pile of goblins, but the splintered empty barrels. And that's him. We don't want any bloodshed, let's talk about it. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's see. Let's kill this beast. Finally down to business, there we go. Munga gives a roar as you draw your weapons. You've got an angry giant on your hands. Well, you know, we've dealt with worse, I think, than an angry giant, but so let's see. Where is Valerie? Valerie, you need to be over there. Say what now? 41 sneak attack? Whoa, this Nok Nok is insane. 41 damage with a sneak attack. Right. Okay, Octavia is casting something apparently. Yeah. Doesn't matter. The goblins seem ready to bolt. You catch Longlegs slowly uncurling himself from the pile, apparently ready to run. You do notice a number of the goblins are looking at Nok Nok with a strange fascination. Dealing with the giant must have impressed them. Nok Nok, deal with your tribe. Nok Nok steps forward and gives a series of cracking hisses to get attention, and all the goblins stare at him. After their eyes are on him, Nok Nok, his eyes narrowed, goes to each one of them in turn and raps them twice on the head, hard. They wince but say nothing, except for one feeble groan for a goblin more sober than the rest. Make great deal with you. You need to go to bigger place or I hit you again. I show you. Me big hero. Follow me, take you to new place. The goblins nod and begin to untangle themselves, but they are doing what Nok Nok says, some of them rubbing their heads. Big hero Nok Nok, take care of them, all good. Where are you taking them? Capital, big enough, yes, capital. All you go to capital, Nok Nok commands you go. Jesus. To your horror, the goblins scamper away, running in all directions, but towards the direction of your capital city. Thanks, Nok Nok. Yeah. Oh, man. At least he did 41 damage. Right, let's go and deal with the Technic League with Master Janush, I think it was. Okay, so we ran into a random encounter which we could not evade, so let's see what's gonna happen. I hope
I'm not afraid.
Nothing too big. Oh, Pathfinders, okay. Dread Zombie Cyclops, well, you know. We've dealt with a Cyclops before. There we go. Yeah, you cast your mirror image, Pathfinder. Well done. Well done. Alright, who do we have? A half-orc is wiping the sweat from her brow with a bright jacket decorated with many badges and patches. That handsome lad gave it to us good, almost slaughtered us all. Good thing you came by. Where did such a monster come from? Yeah, I guess it followed us, walked with us from the tomb. Which tomb? Yeah, the tomb is right there. Anyway, there is nothing interesting in there, don't waste your time. And who are ya? Us, we're a group of Pathfinders from the Society. We're here on special orders from the Grand Lodge to explore this godforsaken land. I'm Baron Grenn Blackforge, ruler of this land. The half-orc freezes for a moment, then begins to speak again, choosing her words more carefully. I didn't mean to offend you, your grace. I've been to many countries and they address rulers differently everywhere. Forgive me if I've made a mistake. That's more like it. We've come from afar, from Absalom to be specific. We've heard many interesting tales about the stolen lands, so the Society decided we should update our maps and surveys. We have no wish to harm or bother anyone. We thought it might be easiest if we just came here and performed our duties without getting into all the fuss of an official visit. What exactly are you doing? There is this one place not far from here. It's labeled with a question mark on all our maps, so we decided to see what's there. And just imagine we didn't find anything. Just the ruins of some old building and signs of an ancient portal. It appears to be one of the places where the border between worlds is particularly thin. The beast must have smelled us and leapt out to have itself a snack. What society are you talking about? Don't tell me you've never heard of the Pathfinder Society. We stand at the helm of civilization. Yeah, I obviously don't. In the Stolen Lands. We cut the paths to the unknown and unveil even the gloomiest secrets, from which the weak of hearts shy away in fear. But never mind all that, enough accolades. Here's the truth, the Pathfinder Society explodes, yeah. Maybe that's the opinion of some. The Society explodes, Galarian. Explorers, Galarian. I'm guessing some of the inhabitants might even say exploits, Galarian, but, you know, it's neither here nor there. Seeking to reveal its greatest secrets, and we Pathfinders, lovers of travel and adventure, are the ones who do it. Could you use any assistance? No, no, don't worry yourself. We'll just catch our breath and go. The bruises will be gone by sunup. Okay then. Tipping the scales. Right. We have a new event apparently. Let's quickly check. Does the... Oh, really? They already looted the Cyclops while we were talking? Come on. Damn Pathfinders. It's so typical of them.
In due time.
Okay, so that was a pretty funny rest period there. Regongar is saying, "Oh, Amiri, you have such big biceps. Let me touch them." And Amiri says, "Go touch yourself behind your tent, asshole." Oh, that's hilarious. Right, let's head into this Technic League Hideout. Oh, okay. They're coming, guards! Everyone here! Oh. Okay, there is no discussion, it seems like. Technic League Archer, Fighter... Alright, so... Smilodon, why don't you take care of the Archer? Valerie, you could take care of the Fighter, maybe.
Let us strike as one!
Nok Nok, you can...
Nok Nok used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Yeah, you can rogue the hell out of the rogue. Okay. Well... Oh, there we go. 56 sneak attack. Holy crap. Holy crap. Hey, there's more of them.
Best kind of fight.
Smilodon, maybe you want to take on that cleric first. Give him something to do. There we go. Anyone else? Or do we get a break for a second? Oh, we're still slowed, I guess. Let's grab all that stuff and let's see where we can go. We have 2 ways. Let's head on up.
Blood for Gorum!
I'll have the Smilodon deal with the Archer again. Smilodon is well trained. It's even looting people now. Let's see, what do we have? We have a bag full of... What's this? Coal? Okay, great. A scimitar, which might be interesting, since Grenn is wielding a scimitar. Scimitar +2. Okay, is that better than the one that I'm wielding right now? 2 to 7... 3 to 8, it is. Alright, there we go. More damage for the Blackforge. Right, what else do we have? Some money. that's about it. Okay. Wondering if we're gonna find some slaves here.
Not more runner and talker than fighter.
Conjurer, let's keep him busy. Yep. That's how it goes. Oh, we don't need to charge the Conjurer anymore. He's pretty much dead now. Oh, we found some eggs. That's always nice. Some more eggs. What's going on here with these guys? The Conjurer is what? Conjuring eggs? What is this? A carved urn and diamond dust? Yes, okay. Let's open this door. No, that doesn't work. Does that connect to... Yeah, chances are it connects. So I'm gonna run back for a moment and check out the other area there. Just to make sure that we don't run into trouble when we come back.
Face me if you dare.
Fighter and a bard, okay. Someone needs to take care of... Let's see... A jolt. A ray of frost. I don't think we prepared any spells. That was very smart. Color spray, snowball. Yeah, let's just send some frost in that guy's direction. And then Valerie, would be nice if you would take care of him too. There we go. Not much remains of the fighter. Except literally a bloody corpse. Okay. Maestro Janush claps as he greets you with a contented smile. So you managed to track down my messenger, locate this place and make your way here. Impressive, very impressive. I see that all my training was not in vain. You old scumbag playing your games. You think we don't know it's a trap? Huh, we're ready for anything. Of course it's a trap, not for you though, my darling. Octavia, Regongar, you've surpassed all my expectations. I can't help but feel pride in such students. I speak to you now not as slaves, no, you are deserving of your freedom. You've proven I can speak to you as equals. I invite you to become proper members of the Technic League. You will become my left and right hands. You could have all the things this shabby baron could never offer you. Money, slaves, power, access to secret knowledge, and powerful artifacts. We require just one small entry fee. The Baron's head. Valerie's eyes turn icy. She puts her hands on her weapons, looking at Octavia and Regongar silently, waiting for their answer. Whoa, that's one thing I wasn't ready for, but listen up, you old piece of shit. Do you take us for brainless idiots? You think we got through all your training and didn't learn the most important lessons? Lesson 1. Never trust Maestro Janush in anything. Lesson 2. Hate Maestro Janush with all your heart. Enough talk, old teacher. We're here to pass our final exam.
Enemy approaching.
Who was that at, actually? So, Smilodon, why don't you take care of Maestro Janush. And then we'll see how the rest goes. Octavia, you might wanna walk over there. Let's see what happens now. Oh, it's another miss. What's he doing?
We not talk first?
Running away. What are you waiting for? He's getting away. We'll catch him. We just need to set these people free first. No, we don't. Forget them. Can't you see the scums getting away? Reg, we can't leave them. We used to be slaves too. And we freed ourselves. Octavia, we don't know nothing to these people. You can't save everyone, and we can't let this asshole go after him. Will all you stop talk? Stab him, stab him, stab him. Octavia's right, Reg. You didn't free yourselves on your own, remember? These people need our help. But Janush, damn it, fine, let him roll himself back to Numeria. Callistria's not blind. He'll get his someday. Enough chatting then, let's pull these idiots out of the fire. I love you. Aww. Right, so how do we do that exactly? We just talk to them? Oh, okay. Is that it? Is there, oh, there's more? Okay, that has been done. Let's quickly loot all this stuff before we run out of here. Damn that scum, he's gone! It's alright, we'll settle the score later. No, we won't. It's over. We'll never see him again. He knows we're stronger now. He won't risk crossing us again. But Reg, that's wonderful. Do you realize what you just said? He is afraid of us now. The great Maestro Janush just ran away from us with his tail between his legs. He's running back to the farthest corner of Numeria to sit and hide for the rest of his life. Afraid we'll come after him. Huh. Yeah, you're right. Piece of shit's gonna see us in his nightmare for the rest of his life. Well, what have we here? Reg, take a look at this. By Callistria's tits. This is, yeah, we find something interesting here. The Maestro was in such a hurry that he left something pretty interesting behind. What did you find? These are the Maestro's ledgers, all his accounting for the last 20-30 years. You know what this means? What does it mean? Somewhere in these pages is me and Octavia. When we were bought, for how much, from where, maybe even from who. Not all that interested in my tribe, really. I already know who they are. But it might still be interesting to pay them a visit, maybe spit into their faces personally. It'll take some time to make sense of the ledger. We may not find anything, or we may find something and regret ever looking. I still want to know the truth. I want to understand who I am and where I'm from. Okay. So let's grab everything that there is to grab. That's a diary we can read at some point. Let's see if Nok Nok can...
Uh-oh. And whoops.
Oh, I'm embarrassed.
Really?
Won't work.
Nobody can open this
I
chest?
can't.
Oh man, that sucks. Right, so this is indeed where we were before, so let's see if this leads us deeper or to the outside. It leads us to the outside, alright. So, what I want to do now is actually head back to the capital, even though I'm like super close to Varnhold. I know I'm like really super close, but I want to do that. I want to go to Varnhold in the next episode. I really want to go back to the capital right now and take a look at some more events. So we are back. Your Grace, forgive my intrusion. We have a matter that demands your urgent attention right now. Animate Belavera, the bard from Patax, is singing in the middle of our main square, and her songs are seditious to say the least. Remind me, who is Animate again? She's among the most talented bards of Patax, but more importantly, she's one of King Aroveti's most favored singers. Anything she sings almost certainly promotes his agenda. Let's hurry to the square. I just came from the square. Though trickery fills our stories in lines, what lies, blah blah blah, something. What about a love song, something to make our souls weep? Okay. Animate Belavera, the charming bard from Patax, stands before you with a lute in her hands. Surrounded by a crowd of the capital citizens, in a moment she notices you and blows you a kiss. What's going on here? Your Grace, you're so preoccupied with matters of war and state, but someone has to think about spiritual matters as well. None of the river kingdoms can match Patax in the fields of art. Who better than our bard and artist to bring the gift of song to the people of this young barony? Maestro Belavera, I'm so happy to see you here, but why are your songs so cruel? Our charming enemy might wish to tell the Baron what kind of so-called art she's chosen to entertain his subjects with. In her first song, she praised King Aroveti. And the second song was about a certain lady from Restov who fostered a street pup, dressed it in lace and velvet, and trained it to mimic the manners of court. I find these allusions inappropriate and offensive. Bards can sing whatever they like. I cannot punish them for that. These are the words of a true ruler, Your Grace. You should visit the Rushlight Tournament in Patax. You can see for yourself what freedom and esteem our bards enjoy in my homeland, and of course your subjects will be able to prove themselves in various competitions. What is this Rushlight Tournament? How could you not know? It's one of the greatest Pataxian traditions. Once every few years, the king announces the date of the tournament. We greet guests from all around the river kingdoms on the banks of the Rushlight River. The whole day of the tournament is full of mirth and the spirit of competition. Everyone has a chance to prove themselves. Fighters, archers, singers, storytellers, and even fans of strong drinks. The drinking competition is an important part of the program. It would be my pleasure to visit this tournament. King Aroveti will be happy for this. See you in Patax then, Your Grace. Octavia grins from ear to ear. Your barony attracts the most unusual and interesting characters. They must have heard the rumors that your country is a place where one can live without chains and restrictions. Not long ago I was visited by an appraiser of magical items, a rare and sought-after profession in many countries. The man proposed that he settle in our lands and open his own store. I agreed then and there. Why can't we be as good as Absalom, right? In tribute, he offered his new ruler a valuable gift, but he didn't dare to select a specific item for you. Instead, he simply invites you to choose from all the finest things he keeps in his best storerooms. We'd best not be greedy and choose just one item. You look through the list. The appraiser offers you a choice of 3 magical items. One of them attracts good weather and good luck. The second one allows you to dominate animals, and the third one to influence the emotions of sentient creatures. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's just go for the kingdom stats here. I wish to control weather and luck. Great, I will express your gratitude to the praiser. Unfazed by the awkward silence, Bokken is here again with some potions. Thank you very much, Bokken. That's it. Right, on to the kingdom management. So, the messengers managed to persuade the peasants to thoroughly weed their fields. The crops were saved, loyalty +3. Culture and relations +1. Okay. Arcane +1. Yeah, that's also good. Let's see, Kaliki's training has proven invaluable. Our speed over mountain ranges has increased. Oh, that's interesting. Double movement speed on mountainous terrain. That's really cool because the Varnhold area really slows things down. Okay, so we can rank up the Magister. And there is an event called Tipping the Scales. A group of Pathfinders who snuck into the Valley of the Dead have caused an uprising of the undead. We must do something immediately to protect the locals from the awakened zombies and protect the hapless Pathfinders from the angry crowds. Yeah, so that's Lindsay's job, it looks like. 50% chance, let's make that 75. Start that event. Let's see, we currently have a whole bunch of build points. I sold all the equipment again, so let's quickly take a look. Attacks, no. Improved diplomacy. Would be interesting if Lindsay wasn't busy. This one is not interesting. Gralton. Let's see. By abolishing all trade tariffs, economy +5. Why not? Okay, let's take a look at the curses now, because now I think we can start putting Octavia and a bunch of them. Tartuk might be an interesting curse. So that's 60 days, okay. Let's start. There we go. Do we have anything else? No training, economy. Just the ranking up, basically. So let's take a quick look. The Councilor can go to 5. Is Christian available? Yes. Let's take a look here quickly. So economy can go to 6, but Jubilost is busy. Relations could go to 3, but Lindsay is busy as well. High Priest could go to 4, but Harem is busy. Emiri is busy. Octavia is busy, so we're back with Tristian then. That's fine, let's start upgrading our loyalty a little bit. Okay, so our loyalty has reached rank 5, that's very good. We have Divine Protection from Poison now. And we have a few new events. Let's take a quick look. There's a scandal in the capital, okay, great. Undead sightings, I thought we already sent a Myriad to deal with that. Okay. And there is a Councilor waiting. Okay, so let's send a Condayo to deal with these undead sightings. There we go. And then let's head to the throne room. Grenn Blackforge, the situation has become rather fraught. A group of mercenaries arrived in our lands to seek a better future. They've banded together for safety. Some have been hired by our merchants as bodyguards. Alas, their manners are low and the locals are prejudiced against them. They fight more and more often. The peasants want us to banish the mercenaries from the city. The merchants expect us to protect them regardless of the peasants' complaints. If you ask me, we mustn't surrender to hatred. This matter should be resolved peacefully. Draw from the treasury to finance more guards. They'll put an end to these clashes. Nothing's going to change if we simply choose sides. We must mediate, though this takes money and a will for peace. Okay. Finance more guards from the treasury. Make sure that the merchants' guards don't fight with the common people. So that's economy +3, stability +2. Very well. The captain's usually untroubled face is dark with rage. Your Grace, please forgive me for distracting you from important matters, but you're the only one who can talk some sense into these hotheads. They had an argument in the middle of the street, yelled so much your subjects called the guards, but what can they do about Lady Valerie? Plus, Eveld hasn't done anything illegal. It's not like I can put him in jail. Oh boy, what now? Valerie, explain yourself. I humbly beg your forgiveness, Grenn Blackforge. I failed to control my temper and besmirched not only myself, but you as my leader. Unfortunately, I was provoked. Eveld the Silver-Tongued. Oh, that's funny. I had a bard in a role-playing game once that was called Saren Silvertongue. Must be a nephew. Is that so? So it's... forgive my manners, Your Grace. Allow me to introduce myself. Eveld the Silver-Tongued from Brevoy. It's a pity we meet under such circumstances, but... this, so to speak, sweet lady insulted me, if you please, in front of my audience, halted my performance and embarrassed me in front of the entire tavern. Would you please be so kind as to rein this lady in? I noticed that someone pinned a disgusting pasquinade next to the tavern entrance. Something about a bright bird who lost its feathers. That's abominable insolence. Yes, I won't deny I'm guilty. I lost my temper, but who wouldn't have? Is that so? When I smothered this lady with exquisite compliments, I received only insults and jokes in return. When I came to her with gifts, begging her to become the muse for my greatest work, I was ridiculed and sent away like a snotty boy. And now, the moment I start to pursue my art away from this good lady, she seeks me out and says I'm guilty of spiteful slander. What shall I do? I'm but a slave to my inspiration, which is sent to me from above. And while we're on the subject of my poetry, it's really not that bad. Evil, did you really write a pasquinade about Valerie? Forgive me, who would I be if I stooped to such low attacks? I won't deny that the cautionary tale of this lady could inspire me. How can you listen to this featherbrain? Of course, in the face of justice, he's ready to disown his own parents. And if I'm allowed to continue, let me say that this pasquinade was devoted to the sad position of the arts in these lands. Forgive my frankness. Anyway, the good lady is unlikely to understand what allegory and poetic hyperbole are. Don't even try, Your Grace. I'm afraid even Abadar couldn't get to the bottom of this ball of accusations. I don't care who said what to whom. You're going to make peace now, right here in front of me. I'm not going to make peace with this worthless paper stainer. Let him spend his useless time insulting the other bootlickers. Your tongue befits your beauty, my sweet. Truly, what is a beautiful flower's but worth, if it's worm-eaten and empty on the inside? Enough, both of you. First you scared everybody at the tavern, now you're embarrassing yourselves in front of the Baron. Apologize at once, if not to each other, then at least to his grace. I don't know what got into me, Your Grace. Forgive me this scene. Please forgive me, Grenn Blackforge. Perhaps I should leave to calm down and come to my senses. That's nice, you let some steam off and worked some things out. At least now I can let you go, hoping you won't scare our good people anymore. Your Grace, I'll go too, but please keep an eye on Valerie. I don't know what demon has got into her, but she's not herself lately. At first, she just snapped, then she started getting into fights with everybody. And now she's dragged this bard out of the tavern by his collar. I'm afraid it might come to real violence. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'll try to help her. If I were you, I would talk to the storyteller. One of my lads saw Valerie arguing with him. I have no idea how anyone can have a fight with such a harmless elf, but she did. Oh boy. Greetings, Your Grace. Allow me to pay my respects and deliver a gift on behalf of my master, a well-known connoisseur of magical artifacts, kindly welcomed by you in the capital. Let me introduce myself, Erlene Greyridge at your service. This is a modest gift from my master, Your Grace. May it serve you well. And in case you're looking for more, I beg you to forgive my audacity, but since destiny is giving me the opportunity to speak to you face to face, you see, my master is a highly educated and respected specialist, but unfortunately he has no business acumen whatsoever. For my part, as much as I appreciate collectible items of great aesthetic value, I'm far more interested in turning my knowledge in this sphere towards tangible profit. If you take an interest in obtaining magical items without all the hassle, I could arrange it. Tell me more about your offer. You see, over all my years of travel, I've built up a long list of contacts across Galarian. In other words, I can acquire magical rarities, no matter the distance or difficulty. If you kindly help me to open my own shop, I'll gladly quit my master and use my talents for your benefits. I'll see what I can do. Oh, thank you. May your reign last for years to come. I dare not distract you any longer. Okay, well, I could use magical items in the capital. That would be nice. Greetings, Your Grace, by tradition. I have another gift. There we go. A Dwarven War Axe. Nice. I'm itching to finish what I've begun and restore my grandfather's heritage. Put everything else aside and get to repairing your grandfather's armor. Gladly, I've been itching to start, but a craftsman's word is law. Okay. So, that's going to be the end of this episode. If you're enjoying the content, by all means, leave a like. If you don't, leave a dislike. That's fine as well. Leave a comment. Tell me where to go next. What would you like to see in the series? And if you want to see more, by all means, consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.